Hey scientists, Miss Joyce here to read a book to you today because yesterday we made our own books about the story of a plant. Today I'm reading this story, which is called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. After I'm done reading, I'm going to give you a couple of project ideas if you're interested. This is all optional, so you do not have to do it, but if you're into it, if you want to, you totally can. Okay. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up, but the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. These illustrations are beautiful. One seed drifts down into the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Remember yesterday we talked about how the wind helps to carry seeds from place to place. Finally, the wind stops, and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. The tiny seed has had some luck so far. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they're plants. First they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow upward toward the sun and the air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the one small new plant. And that little plant dies. The tiny seed has not begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally it starts to grow into a plant. Here's your big fat weed taking all the sunlight. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but the neighbor grows even faster. But its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? Oh, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. I picked a whole bunch of flowers yesterday. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. Who would have thought? Look at how tiny the people are under this flower. The tiny seed turned out to be the biggest flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. Those are pollinators, if you remember from yesterday. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Look at this. How beautiful. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. That's the end. But we know that's not actually the end because of what we've learned about life cycles. Because the flower released its seeds into the wind, more flowers will grow. It'll follow the same process as before. So I am going to give you a few options if you're interested in making some plant flower related artwork. One thing you can do is you can pick a flower, or if you don't want to pick it, because I know it kind of was sad in the book when the flowers were picked, you could go out in nature if you have an adult with you, or if it's okay for you to be outside with your family, and find, this is actually a flower I picked last year. This is a picture of it. It was a lilac, a white lilac. So go out in nature with a notebook and a pencil and a piece of paper, or if you have a notebook, you don't need the paper, one or the other, and try to use a pencil and draw the flowers that you see. You'll notice that I used super squiggly lines. It is not an exact drawing, but that's what the petals kind of looked like to me. If you don't want to use pencil, you could also, I'm losing my place here. You could also use marker. So this is a drawing of a couple of, I think they were like dandelion type clover flowers. They're clovers. Go outside, check your lawn. These clovers grow. And use markers. Limit yourself to maybe 2 or 3 different colors to try to create the flower that you see. You'll notice I have mostly green, yellow, and then I did this dark blue streak that I thought was very pretty. And again, does it look exact? No, but you can tell it's a clover. I wrote a little clover poem to go next to it. And then, if you're feeling extra ambitious, something you can do is pick some flowers. I actually have a basket here of flowers that I picked yesterday because I've been pressing flowers recently. I just went out and picked whatever I could find. I didn't pick all of the flowers. I definitely left some there. But pick yourself some flowers, and then if you have an adult wax paper and an iron, you can actually take a piece of wax paper, put it down flat on an ironing board, put your flowers or petals on it, and then put another piece of wax paper on top, and have the adult use the iron on a low heat setting, and you can press flowers. I actually have some downstairs that I might take you with me to show you. Again, if you're not into this, stop the video at any point. Another thing, if you don't have wax paper and an iron and an adult to help you, you could also press flowers by placing the flowers inside a book that's heavy and then closing the book and leaving it for a long time. You could stand on it or sit on it to help it smush. Or I placed flowers how I wanted it, between 2 pages of a notebook, or you could do it between 2 pieces of paper, and then use, like, this wax paper would be good, and whack it, smash the flowers. Seems kind of sad, but they're already dead once you picked them. And it makes this kind of cool smashed flower creation. All right, I'm going to take you with me because I can do that because this is at-home learning, and I'm going to show you the flowers that I pressed yesterday using wax paper and an iron. And I pressed some whole flowers. Some flowers I picked the petals off and I put them in a new shape to make it look like a flower. So, I don't know if I can turn this around, but I'm going to turn it like this and show you. They're hanging up on my window. So I pressed these flowers, and this is what it'll look like if you use wax paper and an iron. You can see, like, this flower, I created a new flower from different parts, and like these yellow ones, I just ironed the whole flower. So again, for that, you need wax paper, an iron, an adult, and yeah. So if you happen to make some plant art, please take a picture or take a video and show me. I would love to see it. All right, scientists, adios.